Paigesugarbutts here, and welcome back to another video. And I just watched the new Return to Silent Hill movie. So let's talk about it. So yeah, as a lot of you may know, I am a huge Silent Hill fan, and I had seen the two previous movies that came out way back in the early 2000s. And you know, the first one I actually still love to this day. You know, it's not like completely true to like the original Silent Hill or anything, but it's a fun watch. And so when I heard they were making a movie based off of Silent Hill 2, like my favorite video game of all time, well, one of them at least, I figured I gotta watch this. Even if I know it's gonna be bad, I have to watch this. And that's pretty much how I felt about it. I was like, it's either gonna be faithful and it's gonna be cool, or the more likely outcome, it's gonna be bad. Unfortunately, it was pretty bad, and I was trying to be, you know, optimistic and be like, well, even if it's not just like the video game, it can still be fun. But yeah, it's not. So I am going to get into a little bit of spoiler territory here. So if you do still want to watch this movie for whatever reason, or you're worried about spoilers or whatever, I'd click off now. But yeah, I kind of just want to talk about what made this movie not good. And yeah, it's just disappointing. But I mean, it could still be a fun watch if you really want a bad movie. Personally, I had a lot of fun watching it. I went there with my boyfriend and my friend, and we just had a lot of fun just making fun of it. So you can still have a good time, especially as a Silent Hill fan, because you could be like, that's right, or that's not right. So yeah, it was definitely a fun watch, to say the least. It's just not good. So I will say the first, I don't even know, maybe like 30-40 minutes of this movie was actually really good. I was very surprised actually. It started off really cool, especially once he got to Silent Hill. I thought it was really cool how like you saw like all the ashes everywhere, and I like the whole fake out, how like you thought like, oh, at this part that's gonna be when you see the first monster, just like in the game, but they did a little fake out where it was the homeless guy instead, and I was just like, oh, that's cool. And then the homeless guy gets killed by the monster. I thought the whole thing was super cool. And then just the whole transition into like the other world with Silent Hill, and like all the bugs were chasing him. I honestly thought that was really, really cool. I loved the way this movie started, and I was just like, oh my god, this movie got so many bad reviews, but I'm actually loving this so far. So like, I was actually very surprised with how good the beginning is. And honestly, if you just watch the beginning of the movie, maybe you'll enjoy it. But it just goes down from there. You know, seeing Pyramid Head and everything like that was super cool. I thought his design was cool. A lot of the monster, I mean, honestly, the monster designs, that's a tough one, because some of them were honestly really, really cool, but then just other ones were so bad. Like the freaking spider monster with the butt. I didn't understand that. Like, I knew what they were going for, like with that scene and everything, but yet they didn't. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not right, obviously. And that monster design is just abysmal. And yeah, it was just terrible. But then like other monster designs could be really cool. So it was just very odd choices that they were making. And then just the thing that annoyed me most with this movie was the whole cult thing. I mean, the thing that makes Silent Hill 2 so amazing is just how real the story is. Not real, obviously, because there's monsters and all that, but just the fact that like this could all be happening in James's head. The fact that he is the one that murdered his wife because she was sick and he just couldn't handle the guilt. But instead in the movie, they're just like, no, it's because of this cult. They made her sick. It was her dad's fault. The dad was in the cult. And it was just like, what? Like, where are you going with this? It makes no sense. It just made no sense to me whatsoever. I did not understand why they even had to put a cult in it to begin with. There's no cult in Silent Hill 2. That's like Silent Hill 1 and 3. Like, I didn't understand it. I thought it was really dumb. Yeah, and just blaming the sickness on this cult and her dad slowly poisoning her over the years, that made no fucking sense to me. I didn't understand that. And then basically at the end, instead of James killing her out of, you know, his own selfishness, it was more of like a mercy kill. Like, oh, it's because you're telling me to kill you. She literally tells him to. And it's like a mercy kill. And oh, my dad, he's been poisoning me over these years. Oh, but I'm gonna mercy kill you. It's just like, that takes all of the emotion out of what made the game so like good and emotional. So that was just stupid. So yeah, it was very silly. Like, I feel like you could have done this so well. Like, not that you had to follow the game exactly. Like I said, the whole thing with the homeless guy, like doing that fake out. Like, obviously you don't want it to be exactly like the game. Otherwise, we're going to know exactly what's going to happen in the movie. So I thought the fake out in the beginning was super cool. But then just like to do this whole cult thing and her dad poisoning her, like it was silly. It was very silly. And I don't know, you just didn't really see that relationship between James and Mary anyway. All they ever did was fight, and it was just like, are y'all like really in love, or like, I'm not seeing any of the happiness here. So it was just like kind of weird. I don't know, because like in Silent Hill 2, you see that love that James has for her, even though he becomes selfish towards the end, obviously when he kills her and all that. But it just, yeah, the characters were bad. And don't even get me started on the wig. The wig. It was so bad. As soon as I saw it, I could not help but laugh. It was so bad. But yeah, it sucks because we really do deserve a really good Silent Hill 2 movie, and it just wasn't. But, you know, if you want a good laugh, it's definitely good for that. But it was just definitely a big bummer. It's so hard to get like a good video game movie nowadays. So it sucks, but for what it's worth, it was fun to watch and laugh with my friends. If you want to go watch it, definitely watch it with your friends. And we should have known in the beginning, as soon as the theater was empty. We were the only 3 in there, so that was a great sign to start with. So yeah, unfortunately, the Silent Hill movie is bad. I wanted to say otherwise, like, oh, it's not bad like everybody's saying. No, it's bad. It started off great, I will say that. The movie started off fantastic, and it just goes downhill from there, especially the ending. The ending is so bad. The monster design is bad. The ending, everything about the ending is just terrible. It's awful. Awful. But yeah, I don't usually make like movie review videos or anything, but I just had to talk about this movie because it's about one of my favorite video games of all time and how bad it was. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. It was fun ranting about this movie a little bit, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.